clear cut, it is not a full picture painted by the stats and whatnot. It seems like the energy of being on LAN changes a lot of these teams, and a lot of the info that we've had to go off is based on online results. You know, we've casted a lot of teams that ultimately play a good 90% of their games, if not more, online. So that's the one thing I can give to Sharks. Of course, playing on the previous patch here, folks. Maybe if you've not caught that, if you are just a tuner-inner to the stream. So there won't be any new looks on Inferno. Not that they've changed an awful lot on the new patch. Either way, Doc is the first to call. He will find a head, and he knows what's up, knows that they're trying to get in behind him. Here, finds himself another one. Any more would be great. Oh my god, Doc! What is that? Holy hell. Kaze does indeed eliminate him, stopping him from getting the ace, but those final two, just blink and you'll miss it business.
Oh my. Kaze trying desperately to make something out of this. This is such a big ask, but they are grouping. There's a world. There is a world. Never mind. The world's very quickly whisked away from him. Doc, what a round. What a round. There's a reason. There is a reason we highlighted this guy. He has actually been a bit of a superstar. You know, the Brazilian scene, which actually goes so deep, but is actually quite top heavy. They're always looking for new superstars to step up. And I really think Doc did not to kind of discredit Shark what it means, but actually deserves a shot on one of the bigger name organizations, right? This is a guy who, for me, has looked really good across the entirety of this tournament. And under maybe the right tenureship, we could see him become a bit more of a regular face on these level of lands. Sharks, it was obviously a bit of an upset to see them here, but a team like Pain could take a look at him or whatnot. Oh, rdnzao, nice shot. Mercury fault. Of course, no bomb plant for TYLOO. No money there. He's got Glocks to work with here. So maybe a little tack pause without calling a tack pause situation. I think do people call it a fifth Laren pause? Is that what they call it?
Existence
pause. That's the one.
That's what he used to do back in day. Before my time as well, to be fair. It was like a 2014 type thing when I think timeouts were sort of less consistent across tournament organizers. So
I was deep in the trenches of FIFA Ultimate Team in 2014 before I got saved. I saw the light. It was a good time. It was a good. Listen, man. Around that time, FIFA Ultimate Team was pretty good. Yeah, I think up until like
all the homies at school on it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, just sort of sat at the back of the classroom.
Remember 2014 World Cup mode? Oh.
Yeah.
That might actually be just peak. Just like that's it. I think I might have peaked in life there.
Really?
14 years old in 2014, just loving life. Yeah, I think that's where I peaked, and it all went downhill from there. Pistol, suplex, finds Advent. We'll get deleted by Kaze at range. This should be pretty simple, but a couple of dinks do make it a little worrying for a hot second. We'll see off 3 kills to rdnzao. Simple round. No things, so just a pistol, so we're not really expecting all too much.
Pace pickup here into the follow-up round. Camera etiquette there, my guy. Goodness gracious. There's a head of hair as well, to be fair. Either way, first rifle coming in quite quickly. TYLOO looking to lay down the law here on Inferno. Their pick. Expecting big things. A very difficult pistol to stomach when one player just mows you down like that. It can be annoying, but also at the same time, you can be like, oh, okay, well, I guess that's how it's starting here. supLex, big flick to open up, and immediately they back off. Well read from the Sharks.
Yeah, I think Jamyoung maybe just thinks that he has this room to run around in ramp because his teammates are moving through mid, but it was a really good peek, and that's another really good peek from Mercury to respond. Molotov will force out a fight. Togs is no... How is he not dead? How have they not cleared him? ZDR just stops looking at him. I don't know what happened there. DRG's going to find one of his own with the MP9. I do not know why they've allowed him to stay alive. Unless they were caught by the flash as well and ZDR was just in no man's land. But, man, who knows? Another smoke towards Moto, though. This retake is difficult.
It is a real challenge. Thinking of nading through the smoke. Gonna wait for the first one to fall. Second one, though, they've got to go. Got to try and buy themselves a bit of time. Mercury reveals himself, but hides away, and they don't go through it. They don't feel confident enough. However, they will at the very last second. Mercury should be able to play around time here to try and keep them off the bomb. Oh, no, he does manage to get on it, though. It's not planned for him at all. Glock is out, but he gets the boat. Oh. Are you kidding? Mercury What?
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. How does he get the both there? I mean, even the time was obviously a big issue, but fair play. At the tail end, making it stick. You cannot complain. Not bad. Not bad at all. TYLOO going to find their first round, and it does require a little bit of heroics from a guy who has been incredible this tournament. And he continues to look exactly that. Sharks. supLex, he'll actually trade out with rdnzao. So he's picking up the rifle, and you've got rdnzao on the dig. Maybe trusting supLex a little bit more. Look at them quad stacking for banana here. This is so aggro. They have left togs with it all to do and so little to work with. He has no util, no kit, and no head armor to stop those Galils. My God, he's got such a big ask now as he's alone towards the A site. Even getting one here might actually be a big ask.
We'll see. Might get away with it. He's got some decent info. Oh, God, he's so blind, bro. Those flashes stacked on top of each other, and that's full white. So, yeah, away he will go, and they'll just save what they have into the next, try and give it another go in the follow-up. It's just unfortunate, isn't it, really? You take that gamble, you take that 50-50, it does not pay off. And there's not much that you can really do about that. So, TYLOO will even things up very quickly. Not really been a difficult run for them. Big clutch. Always looks great.
Yeah.
But calling upon those types of moments, those, you know, small percentage moments going your way, it's difficult to do that time and time again. So, TYLOO going to have to cook up something kind of genuine for me.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I'm with you. I mean, also as well on the other side, you know, not being too, not being that hard for TYLOO, but it's a bit of a wild call, right? And then no two ways about it from, looking at what Sharks produced, quad stacking through banana, that itself is not the worst thing in the world, but they're so slow. They're not aggro at all. There's one smoke towards top car, and that completely forces Sharks to pump the brakes, and that's it. Jam Young, impact man of the round, but he only gets one kill, because that's all that, really, TYLOO needed. Sharks, full save, though, is good for them, of course. It does mean that they can go right back into the same sort of buy they've just had. Only one it takes to hit, of course, is togs. The only one to die. Everyone else got exactly what they had last round. The only thing is very limited to Utah. And this time, the quad stack banana makes a lot more sense. The flash is good. Jamir gets one. Might be another on the corner. Big swing from Advent. It can't trade. Junior now just rush towards the A site as togs has got a Zeus. He might just get it. ZDR, watch out, fella. Oh, bye-bye. Love to see it.
Absolutely. Love to hear it, man. The yelp.
Yeah.
It's like one of the only things I feel that they didn't change from go into 2.
Give you your best go, man. You know you want it. I know you want it.
Oh, God. It has to, why have we done that to us? It has to be, like, in the moment. Hold on. I have to, like, get far.
Mentally prep yourself.
Yeah.
Oh! I'll never do that again.
You asked, man. Oh my goodness, wait, they're pulling the round back. They're pulling the round back. Hold on. Okay, can't derail too hard. Mercury finds a double kill from Pit, and they'll actually win a 2v4 there, Neo, by the way. That is the good look of the Zeus yelp. That's all I'm saying.
And also, just to rub a bit of salt in the wound as well, you get Zeus and you win a 2v4. Fair play actually comes down to, in the end, we were kind of laughing and joking and doing it, but actually the big thing was something I mentioned right at the start of the round. They had 2 flashes for the entirety of that round. No util. Yeah, they were ecoing, so fair enough. But those 2 flashes, both of them are actually using towards banana. They have nothing to work with, bar what they can potentially pick up off a couple of corpses, which I don't think was anything. So they had to just fight their way in. The trading and the spacing was a little lackluster, and before you know it, TYLOO have made that 2v4 stick off the back of just a bit of a simple one set up. So, bad. Not too bad. TYLOO taking a lead back. We expected big things out of them, on this map as well. This is where they do pull off a lot of their best work, and yeah, my God, have they.
Spam, again, successful for the Sharks. An area that they seem to be finding quite a lot of kills from. So Doc going to take one drop himself. himself back, and this time it's a much better, much more legitimate buy. Utility does lack again, but they should be able to do something with this man advantage. Double stack in at the porch. Might see some business in a moment, but ZDR for the time being is just playing it slowly, letting his teammates gain the space over on B, and he's hoping to cut off some rotations, really. He's not looking to play very aggressive from Boiler here.
Get a chance. supLex is looking... He's looking a little on edge. Wants to try and find a fight, it seems, and he might be giving it. Bit of a move starting to come through. DR. Now he's making a move himself, but he'll pick the time perfectly. The boost is great. The boost is brilliant. rdnzao for a double as togs will support him. TYLOO make a move and it fails immediately. And Kaze now left all alone in a 1v4. What do you do? Nothing. I think he has to go and save it.
Yeah, damn. Sharks, just a very simple setup. And it is a rarity for a reason, right? Because it can be so effective. Kaze does well to find one, but he's given his position away. Ooh, I like it. Off angle here. DRG slightly ready for it, but not one that you have to pre-aim all that often. So Kaze, I think, will have done enough to survive. And actually, you know, makes a round pretty costly. Yes, they can drop across, but there's no build of cash for Sharks with that win.
Oh, well. One little play there. Just one. Throws it all away. But yeah, nice little kind of setup in through short, especially when the initial short player falls. They just don't expect the second on towards the boost and the third playing long. Really good little crossfire. Weird angle. It's quite a cool one. Not often you get to see something like that. But all in all, Sharks, nice work. Game tied back up. Molotov's avoided, and a lot more coming through as well. Zappin is trying to be the one to lead the charge. Oh, but he fluffs his lines. A very labored spray from him, and Doc, clean as ever, deletes him. Jamyoung sitting up close too, but now Doc is crossed. That makes this a really dicey push for him without the support.
What are they going to do with this? Well-placed Molotov could make a difference. It seems like they do want to continue on with the B play. Going to contact in. Jamyoung entering round for the double. Oh, it's gorgeous. 4v3 and a very quick move here on towards B. So the Sharks players not really going to have a chance to get back in. But with that frag from supLex, maybe they think about it. Still pretty far on the rotation. It's going to buy plenty of time post-plant. Will be hard to read here for the Sharks. A re-smoke at CT might make the decision, yeah, for them. And they just weren't really there fast enough to lay any pressure down. It's hard to retake the bomb sites on this map, man, so it makes sense.
Big save. That'll be it, right? I mean, again, I don't really think it's too worthwhile. Unfortunately, that is the thing with Inferno. So difficult on these retakes. It seems like maybe made it a little bit easier by the recent changes. Obviously, there was the big update last night. What are your thoughts? Map pool changes, Manitoba Pass Plus +2. How are you feeling about that?
Fam, look, it goes one of two ways, because we're always commenting about the fact that they should change maps a bit more often. Yeah. And this does feel like a pretty small gap in between the addition of Nubis and Dust 2 coming in here. But it's the wrong map. It is the wrong map.
Yeah. You
know, so I'm in two minds of like everything's fresh. The quality of life changes sound fab. Changing the econ out a little bit, that's kind of cool. It's not the base economy, but it's like weapon economy that freshens things up a little. Might see the CZ back in action. You know, force buys change up ever so slightly, but it shouldn't be overpass. Come on now. You know what I mean? No. Surely I get Inferno. Inferno feels like the one, actually. I feel like hardly anyone plays Inferno as a casual, let alone from the comp perspective.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. We'll come back to the conversation depending on if TYLOO can make something or nothing out of this round. We'll have to see. Oh, supLex pulls off the angle. And that does give Kaze just a little bit of space to work with now. Not that it'll be enough. It's a 2-2 stack through the both sides for the Shark side. That should sell it, but they are going to commit here. The flash should be good, should be really good, and it is. Simple, easy. Kaze. Oh, that's left. Nice shot. But he can't make it a second. And seen off. So, tied square again. 4-4. But yeah, I'm with you, man. I think, you know, I think a lot of people voice their opinions, and I don't know what the method behind the madness is. Overpass, it actually was the only map not played at the playoffs for the major, but I don't think that's enough information for Valve to be like, right, this is a map no one likes. I thought, you know, it was relatively okay, but it is the second longest serving map in the pool. So I can maybe understand it, but it was also the first map they actually chose to update, and they did really big updates to it as well. So I don't know, for me, it feels like the wrong choice. I think it actually, you know, Inferno, as much as I hate Inferno, which I do, I actually think it should have been Vertigo. It's actually the only map that had no changes, right? So at least with the changes to Banana and Mid now on the recent update, Inferno might be a little bit more open. We might see a bit more B retakes and Banana retakes, etc. But Vertigo had no changes, and it's also a map which is widely disliked by not only the pro scene but the casual scene as well. So yeah, I don't know, weird one for me. But I think the biggest issue I have with it is actually Dust 2. We've got now basically 3 verging on 4 maps which are very puggy in the nature: Inferno, Dust 2, Mirage, and then also technically Ancient as well, very puggy. But I love Ancient, it's a great map. But what they should have done, similar to Ancient, is, in my opinion, added another new map. If Train's not ready, there's plenty of other maps they could have dipped into. They did buy Season and Tuscan, or they own Season already. They bought Tuscan, and then they never used this. They paid all that money for it, and they never used it. I don't know. Weird for me. I would have think this would be perfect time. CS2, new game. Obviously not really new anymore, but newish, right? Perfect time to add a new map to the pool. Maybe go into one of what the community can do, but who knows? ZDR, nice shot. I don't think it's going to make a big difference here, as they are set up pretty nicely on the side. It's okay, Jam Young. Bobbing and weaving. He's got an AWP now as well, surely not.
20 seconds. They should be able to pressure him out here. He is actually playing... Oh, to get rid of it. All right, fair enough. They're going to come towards him. Oh, for a second, but they trade him out, and they will indeed find yet another round. It's moving a bit slowly here, but some back and forth competition between these two teams. Certainly not over just yet. Certainly not Sharks checking out of things.
Yeah, exactly. A couple of nice shots. Nothing too problematic. But this game as well already feeling considerably more back and forth. When we looked at Vertigo, it was actually, you know, TYLOO who took a pretty substantial lead, and Sharks who fought their way tail end of the half back into it. This one does really feel very back and forth. Neither side taking control of momentum. Neither side got control over the tempo of the game either. And all it takes is kind of one broken economy to do so. And this might be the round in which it happens, right? Both sides are a little bit feeble in the funds. This could be the one that, you know, the straw that breaks the camel's back, so to say, in this round. And they're making a move. It's Doc who's going to take that first contact. A re-smoke deep Banana, but actually going to go too deep here. He's already pushed up in towards Logs and Cubby.
Oh, Jam Young taking a bit of a dig. Was that mid-air? That looked like it might have been mid-air.
Might have been. Oh,
might have been. Oh, the flash. Yeah, works initially for one. However, they come back round here now. It is kills galore right now, but it's TYLOO coming out on top of proceedings. Bomb should be planted momentarily. Again, the Sharks a little slow to rotate. TYLOO have maybe conditioned them into be flat-footed here. And I think it will be a save.
supLex. Oh, he was sticking around there for a second. Might have been a shoulder spotted, but in the end, he just doubles away as the threat loomed. But yeah, you're right. It's just going to be a save call. And TYLOO, like I said, very back and forth. They're going to be back into a tied game. And now we're going to actually a real opportunity to work with. I don't know how Sharks are going to go about this, but I think, as much as I'm normally very much, you know, a numbers man, and I normally like to say, you know, if only 2 stay alive, you're safe here. I think you actually play with your heart a little bit and say, let's buy back into this. These rounds have been actually quite close. And also, you've got an AWP as well. Try and facilitate something around it. You know, you can drop over an M4 if you're supLex. Togs can drop a FAMAS. Doc can pick up a FAMAS and armor as well. So there's, you know, or MP9 armor if you want the util. There is workable buys here. And I think maybe having an M4 and AWP isolated might be kind of worthless, where, you know, it might fall and it might be all for nothing, right? That save might be completely useless. I think because of how close these rounds are, why not? And that's exactly what they're going to do. I'm glad we're on the same page here, Sharks. Makes me look smarter. Thank you, man. Double M4, FAMAS, MP9, and an AWP. They're trying to make it work. And actually an alright amount of utility as well for the Shark side. So it's not the worst thing in the world.
supLex. Whoa, my goodness. He's so quick with it, you know. He is actually looking pretty good here on Inferno. Spotted out for another. Takes him 2. TYLOO down to 3. A slow roll towards A, maybe. They are, yeah, not quite close enough. Not quite confident enough to get in there. Rotations are around. What do they want to do here? It looks like group up at B. Your only real option. The rotation will come back in from rdnzao. So I think that Sharks will be relatively ready, but it's one of those logical things where mathematically, even though you're 5v3, you still outnumber the B bomb site 3-2. If you can get in there with maybe just losing 1 player, then you have a chance at the retake. Utility over the top. Just a flash. Ineffective here. Not going to get traded quickly. It's rdnzao. He's not going to give them the fight. Smart stuff. Keep the man advantage there. DR tries to take it for himself, and he will go down. Bomb plant just about comes in. That is hella close. The TYLOO will be happy with that, I suppose, but Sharks happy to hit 6.
Yeah, actually a really, really good round. All things, you know, they're forced in. They're trying to make this one stick, and I think his supLex just has a really solid start himself. You know, the rdnzao as well. Tail end, nice work. Couple of kills, no complaints. Beautiful stuff. Really is a good CT round. And that's why with those, when you may be on a bit of a knife's edge in terms of the econ, that force back in off just off the back of feeling alone is actually a good decision. They know these rounds are being close. And they made them work. Really nicely done. Really nicely done. And this could actually spiral quite positively. TYLOO with a bomb plant should be able to invest in. And they will, but yeah, it's actually not the kindest of buys. You got a Mach 10 and a Tech 9 for ZDR Mercury, respectively. supLex missed shot. Aiming towards under there, and he gets caught. Jamyong is so quickly to the fight. supLex trying to get out of there. And they're actually both combining for kills.
Yeah, they make that work somehow. It looked hella chaotic, to be honest with you. TYLOO nearly had their number, but they have drawn a lot of attention towards long, keeping them there. Togs does well, finds 2, in fact. Kaze, nothing he can do. That'll be the half. Sharks take the lead, and looking pretty comprehensive here. Bit of applause, bit of a well done pat on the back at the end of the first half. We'll see if they can keep this up into the half to come. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sharks putting up a really nice first half there, to be honest with you. Very, very well played from them. Again, rifle play, pretty damn good. TYLOO just got stuck at the end, to be honest with you. Could not figure out those early moments. It was supLex as well, taking a lot of names on the AWP.
He looked good. He did. The question being now, what's his response looking like in the second half? TYLOO, not quite themselves, but the CT side might facilitate a little bit more of them. Jamyoung, right idea. He is all alone here. That's the only issue. And he's got no utility either. Flash will come round. Don't stick around. I'd honestly rather him not overfight and play full retake.
Yeah, it's kind of fair enough. Exactly what he is going to go for here. Meanwhile, towards middle, oh, we got to keep an eye on that. Togs around this corner does get eliminated. That's a big kill, and now suddenly there is a hefty flank on the way. Mercury with a team kill, though, stacking on top of each other. rdnzao also finds another before going down. That bomb nearly falls. Not quite. So much damage done. It is a 3 versus 3, but it's only Jamyoung that remains healthy. He is letting that bomb go down very early on indeed as well, not wasting any time. Going to move forwards and try to clear some angles here, get some information for his teammates to work with, but he's got to do most of the work.
It's a tough 3v3, it really is, especially just with the HP of TYLOO. It looks like they're calling it, in fact, at the Mercury. They're out of there. Jamyoung going to stick around for maybe a couple of exits, but at this point, doesn't really matter. He doesn't have armor to lose, I guess is the only thing. He kills on the way out. Yeah, I'll take one. Nearly another. I don't get it. Too little, too late, won't make a difference here. He's trying to get another one. We've seen enough by supLex. He'll go down to the bomb. So, Sharks, good for them. Extend the lead to 3. And, you know, I'm not trying to put this on anybody, but currently right now, Advent is 0-11. And I don't want to say I told you so, but I think I have to at this point. 0-11.
Well, you gotta wait. You gotta wait. Don't jump the gun.
I think we've done enough waiting. I can't lie. 0-11.
Might win.
True. I mean, true. But you could win quicker. 5-7 up for him.
All right.
Nova.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
MP9.
Probably would be winning.
Yeah, if he wasn't 0-11 with about 8 ADR, then yeah. And that's the other thing as well. It's not even tagging them. It's just dying. He's out there doing cardio. Like, come on. Running around. Shuttle runs from spawn to the coffin. It's yeah, it's tough. It's tough out there. They're holding for a push through second mid. I don't know where the Sharks have spotted something in the way TYLOO play this, where this is like a common thing. They have 3 players trained on this. And TYLOO have 3. Trained over towards B. Doc to lead the charge. Yes, it's tough.
Yeah, this is pretty scary. Mercury round the corner. Still not spotted as yet. No way we're thinking of going through the smoke.
Oh my god. No shot. He's done it. Oh my god, he's got him behind. They have no idea. They could just leave him here if they want to. But they're going to come join. Ridiculous. So good from Doc. Double as he sneaks through. DRG going to find one of his own as well. And before you know it, that's that. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. So simple. So effective. In a matter of moments, it's all that's left of this sort of forced buy out of TYLOO. What a sneak play, though, from Doc. Really well done. At the R and Kaze, all that's left. They're going to try and keep hold of what they've got. That's beautiful work. Sharks now up to a 9th. And they're not even getting any kills on the tail end as well as Doc finds one more. He started this round. He's looking to close it, but he gets close-lined by a Nova. Kaze, at least has some cash in the back pockets for him. He'll take it all day. He's actually keeping it over the Mac 10 as well. But this is getting real dicey. This is meant to be a really good map, but Doc, this play is beautiful. Spots out 2, and of course the third round this corner. When Jamyong misses a shot, he can just pounce. Simple as that. Really good work, though. This is what we want to see. A conversation starting to be had here. And TYLOO, I think they know that they are not in a strong position. This is not exactly what you want to see. I mean, I've already spoken individually about kind of Advent 0-12. It's simply put not good enough. And Coach Cammy going to get on the mic and try to make something out of this. But at a 9-5 scoreline, they really are ever so slightly reeling now. The individuals aren't really shining either. You've got Jamyong and Mercury on 10 kills apiece. Oh, back on the way. What have you got for us? This has been a bit of a weird game of Counter-Strike already, especially this Inferno. It's not really going to plan how we thought, at the very least. And Doc might want to go quick here. Big stack over towards B. As long as Sharks don't overcommit, they probably should be fine here. We'll see whether that is the case. Creeping the way forward, Doc. Leading the charge here. Got a quad Galil by, an AK-47. And a fairly decent amount of utility in all fairness. Jamyong, one. Hot flash from him could be enough, but a smoke as well. This is a really dicey gamble side. They've not really looked anywhere else. It's hit Advent directly. That's an over up close. Kaze finds one. Doc drops, and yeah, they're going to go towards A. They're going to pounce and realize nobody's here. And as simple as that. Tehran going to go in the favor of Shark. But TYLOO could have a little look in at the very least. The CTs are flying in towards the fight. Advent going to be the first to go here. In the charge around the corner. He might have been spotted. DRG. What is Jamyong just seen? How is Jamyong not seeing him? I have no idea. Advent going in as well. He will die. ZDR will die. Oh, and he nearly gets all of them. Nearly gets all. I can't believe Jamyong didn't see him. I have no idea where he was looking or what he was looking at. Well, that is a tough one. A real tough one. TYLOO. Kaze gets a couple of kills and an AK scooped up at the end, so we're not going to complain.
Terrorists win.
That's going to be Sharks up to a 10th. Potentially. Something starting to spur here as they're making this second map look pretty damn easy. As you can tell, it's been a couple of rounds. We have lost my partner in crime. He should be back imminently. He's stuck with just me for now. I'll kind of do the both of them. Can't believe Jamie doesn't see him. Doesn't really matter in the end. It was a low buy round, so I don't really care. Full buy back in place. A 5-round lead here. For Sharks. Feels like an unlosable position. Maybe, just maybe, a chance starting to brew in the corner. Does so much damage to Doc and DRG. He'll get caught. Jamyong got close, playing anti now, as he has support from sight. Advent will come and join him. Advent the one being given the AK. Kind of wild. It's a big decision to make. We shall see. Still yet to get a kill as we head into our 16th round. It's been a rough display. It really has. What's to come through? This might force Mercury into action here. Togs goes through the flames. The flash is good. But somehow rdnzao are going to get out of there. Already. looking pretty good here. Surely now, a round that can be taken by TYLOO. Jamyoung holding backside. Smoke gonna fade. You took him over 20 seconds, boys. Got to make a move now. Haven't got a lot of time. Got to start stepping in, and they will. Flash in the corner. Nobody showing face. 10 seconds. Bomb. Still has to get towards the side. Still has to go down. And it might not even make it far in this venture. Togs is all that's left. And as comrades drop left, right, and center, he's forced to tuck his tail and save. And as Advent, he finally comes alive. 2 kills to his name to find this round for TYLOO. Better late than never. My God. Been a long time coming. Jamyoung 2 of his own as well. Very important. And Advent just stopping them getting on towards the site. And stopping that bomb going down as well to put that pressure on their shoulders. There he is. It got past the point where I couldn't play off anymore.
Indeed.
Hey, you missed it.
Apologies.
I haven't got a kill.
Not much. Yeah, I know. Not much I can really do about that one. Bit out of my hands, unfortunately. That would be the countryside infrastructure.
Good flow.
No way. He's got 2. That's crazy. I think I did catch the end of that one, to be fair. I didn't want to jump in while you were obviously doing the good stuff. All right. Sharks moving up to a pretty nice spot here, it would look like then. So TYLOO work cut out. Maybe the previous round is going to be the start of something fresh here. Jamyoung left pretty low from some early nades, but Sharks looking to play for the same sort of end, really, or at the very least bait them into that.
We've run the smoke.
Back and forth, the mind games at the moment.
Something here, but a very slow round by Sharks off the back of kind of the initial, I guess, setback in that last round. They are themselves just pumping the brakes ever so slightly.
Coffin smoke over the top. Oh, they're going to follow up on it. It looks like it. Rotation's pretty quick here from Kaze. You know, Advent as well. The Molotov doesn't quite reach him. Jamyoung, oh, so low. Nearly goes down. In fact, rdnzao, meanwhile, flanking out, will find his frag. Oh my goodness, it all comes together beautifully there for Sharks. Just 2 remaining, and surely TYLOO not going to give this one a look. DR on the extremity. Also low fragging game for him.
Now. Ever closer.
Move to save it.
11-6, 2 rounds away from pushing this to a third. And it didn't really feel like a possibility off the back of map number 1, where TYLOO were absolutely in some pretty immaculate form. And I guess, look where we find ourselves now. TYLOO, they will have a buy at the very least. They got loss bonus built up, but I don't know, man. I'm not incredibly confident. Let's put it that way. This is a side of not showing up to play, especially in the second half. They've not really been themselves, or not exactly what we saw in towards map number 1. On the the flip side as well, it would have put Sharks in a with the benefit of hindsight, if they performed a little bit better on vertical. Look where we could be now. Them being just a couple away rounds away from staying alive in this tournament and eliminating TYLOO. It just shows can never let up, can never start slow the way they did on vertigo. I come back to bite them. Nuke is a map which is very favored towards TYLOO. But then again, so is Inferno. Look where we are now. I'm not going to completely read into it. Advent gets naded. Going to stick around for the fight though and drop a nade of his own. Damage dealt? No, actually goes a little too deep. Gets in the gap between the close wall player and DRG tucks it towards locks.
Oh, Kaze can't land the shot. Sharks then have got pretty firm banana control here. And looking again to end towards B. I think you've got to start rotating someone here if you are TYLOO. There's no lurk this time around. It's a bit heavier. They will draw some attention in. Advent's got a little idea brewing, maybe a boost up. But no, actually he makes kind of the correct call here. It's Kaze that goes down in towards dark. The boost behind the smoke is perfect. You know, the parameters on the other end of it work beautifully for him. Advent sticking around here, calling upon rotations. Does well for one. Second setup for him as well inside the smoke. Looking to be annoying. It's actually Jam Young doing so much through this smoke right now. He's dropped 2. Bit of assistance on that second one, but all the same, really well played here. Advent, okay, I thought he was maybe going to spam through, but he thinks better of it because of his low HP. rdnzao much later this time, but on a flank once again. 2 versus 2. Togs caught reloading. Big kill from Advent. All down to rdnzao. Molotov goes early. Oh my goodness. Jam Young does not survive. And the bomb not even really planted. Advent going to go in for the stick, but rdnzao gives it a good check and can just play around this here.
Yeah, he had the time as well, just about. No kill.
Know whether he's off or on. Advent, the patience pays off and he peeks into him. It was a tough call for rdnzao, but the AWP gets it done.
In this case, I can give him his credit because he's actually played that well, really well. AWP when he's low, he's waiting. He doesn't overfight as well initially. Doesn't take a peek on the jiggle. Waits for the swing, waits for the fight. It's really, really well done. So yeah, not bad from him. Not bad. rdnzao as well. I think the only thing he could have done differently is actually, rather than jiggle peeking and then trying to, fight, is actually just dart across, tuck himself in towards that cubby. Even though it's left eye peek for you, you know you've got basically the clock is your best friend, but those things are very easy to say with the benefit of hindsight. In the pressure, in the situation, and then steps up. Now he's very confident. Probably overconfident because he's dead immediately to Doc. Yeah, a little too confident for me in that one. Pushing down Banana. Well, they're peppering with VUtil, and then he gets spammed. So short-lived for Advent there.
Still definitely recoverable for the rest of TYLOO. Kaze just has to be careful with how he plays it. He's ahead of that smoke, actually. Oh, and it's, yeah, a little up and down. Depends on how it's blooming for him to find the fights. He keeps going back in for them, though. The smoke has paid absolute dividends here. 2-piece for Kaze. Earns, rightfully, an ascendancy position now for TYLOO. They are still 3 on A, at least for the time being. Smoke going to go down. Jam Young
holding. The flash is a beaut from supLex. But another flash in response as Jam Young pops himself through. However, Togs has snuck on by. He might be the difference maker. Jam Young seems to be aware of this, though. This is the only difference. It's all well and good that Togs is in the back lines, but Jam Young is aware. He knows. He hasn't spotted just yet. 15 seconds, and Jam Young will fall. One swinger from CT. Mercury drops. So does Togs and supLex. They see off the round. And TYLOO staying alive bit by bit, moment by moment. This game is not done just yet. I thought it was, but there's a bit of form starting to be found here. This is a really important kind of situation. Kaze a double opener. Really good to see his individual confidence. And even on the retake as well, on the 2 versus 2, they backed themselves in the swing. Very, very decent work. 11-8, 3 rounds in it. And Sharks have a low buy here. So we're not really expecting.
Yeah, looking good. Looking good for TYLOO, actually. It's only really 1 more rifle round, especially if they can deny the bomb plant. Then they will be in a very solid position to even things up. Oh, we've kind of given them this one, though. I don't know if that smoke is really going to scare them off. It's an MP9 for Advent. Flash comes in. That slows them down for the time being. Only 1. They overwhelm him. And even without a CT smoke, somehow they get in. Kaze, I guess, not looking to take the fight. Bomb going to go down. I mean, weaponry picked up here. This is insane. This is insane. rdnzao is going to melt down. Nice usage of that utility. Double teaming out towards the first oranges. The bomb, I think they are aware of where it's planted. Off angle here for supLex, but the flashes get the better of him. Doc, meanwhile, still on the Tech 9. In comes Togs. And Kaze, I mean, what can he do? He's on the AWP, and they have full E-code here for number 12.
That's crazy. That is really crazy. Yeah, Kaze get an exit. Doesn't matter. Who cares? An AK scooped up, and it should be safe there. He'll get away in enough time. So Sharks are going to find their 12th. A ridiculous way to get it. You know, we were saying expectations are pretty tempered in that sort of round with a lower buy, but they just overface and overfight, and a Tech 9 running in your face is difficult to deal with. Kaze, we can't really ask anything of him, but we definitely can. These initial few fights, I mean, Advent only getting one as well was tough, but he was being just overwhelmed, and that was a thing. They've kind of realized, Sharks, as well, that this B site only actually has 2 people here. I say only, but it means that if they want, they can just barrel into fights. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Keep testing it. And again, they're going to do the same thing. U-turn up towards top banana, going to try and keep them at bay and force out fights. They haven't needed to go to A. God, that's crazy. Yeah, they haven't needed to go to A because B has been so free.
supLex. Contact. Jam Young just spots him coming around that corner before the AWP gets in. Smoke goes down. It's pretty early, though. We'll see here. Doc boosting above. Try and spot somebody out, getting cheeky behind it. Not gonna happen. Really, really slow build up here, Sharks, though. Just waiting for a fight to come their way, and it isn't happening right now.
So, let's see. Making a little move here. Jam Young, that boost is obviously very good. They're not going to clear him as well, so he should get a freebie, and he does. Doc will fall, and I mean, there's information, right? There's 2 in this direction, but it feels like immediately they just pull away. They do not want to go looking in towards it, even though one simple Molotov would have forced them away. It's just the issue that, well, for Sharks, they don't have one.
Kaze finds the first. They weren't ready for the AWP on that angle. He's been playing B for God knows how long. So looking very, very good here for TYLOO. The do or die round going well. Oh, not going to be recovered at all. And they clean it up easily, man. Oh, it's tough to see. Still, though, very quick return. Good in terms of the economy. Still close here as well. Overtime definitely on the cards.
Yeah, no, absolutely. There is a world. There's absolutely a world in which this can start to push towards that OT. TYLOO aren't dead just yet, and they are absolutely far from it. We are seeing a little bit of a resurgence tail end. It's just a question of, you know, like we always try and talk about, is it too little too late? It was quite a deficit. Low buy, rdnzao gonna actually just get out of there as he creeps in towards under Mercury, gets his, but a trade. Not the worst. Kaze missed shot. Bad time to miss as well. That could be a saved gun. And it will be. rdnzao are gonna pick it up. So they got an AWP and an M4 to work with. Double Tech 9 in a 4v4. It's not impossible.
No, certainly not. Go for something completely unorthodox, really hard to deal with, really hard to work around. A lot of guesswork for TYLOO. They will guess a bit correctly here as they bring Advent to join the fray. Looking to crunch in at middle. I mean, I'm kind of a fan, but they have to play it correctly here. Timing going well for them at the moment. They're swapping guns. Oh, no. Nice. Caught with their pants down, absolutely. That is an unfortunate one. supLex, meanwhile, up high here to try and recover the round back, but maybe at this stage you might want to try and hold the AWP. Not going to happen for him. Down he goes. Caught moving in. 2 more rounds.
Oh, boys. Oh, boys. Time and a place, fellas. Time and a place to start you know, messing around like that. It was a somewhat doable affair. Actually shows that rdnzao maybe could have saved his teammate and got the kill before, but in the grand scheme, I don't think it's going to make a difference. It was a low buy. It's not the biggest thing to dwell on, but that was them moving in with whatever they could and coming up unsuccessful. So now they do actually have an eco here in round number 23. Low buy into eco is a brutal pace to kind of find yourself in. And now they kind of wish they probably had the luxury of the Tech 9s, to be honest. Full mid-stack here. Gonna pop through. Kaze should get a freebie. Flash. Doesn't really even affect him that much. Mercury might go overlooked. Could mow them down! And with the combination of Kaze, he will. Beautiful work. 3 for Mercury, 2 for Kaze, and the pistols put to bed easily.
And it all comes down to this now, Nao. Sharks trying to keep themselves alive here. Of course, it would be lovely to get it in regulation and not have to keep that stress, keep that adrenaline up moving into an overtime. And then TYLOO, of course, CT sides especially, they love it when they hit the overtime, right? Because they can pull out a few strats that maybe they've been saving, that maybe, you know, pressure and money have not allowed them to go for. So it can change the game completely. Sharks have worked so hard to get a read and get themselves into this solid position. But we'll see. Minute 30 on the clock. Nadage looking good, not really resulting in too much, but banana control for Sharks has been a mainstay of this T side.
Yeah, it has. They've really made it look good. Is overtime on the cards. They have TYLOO found their form late in the game. DR being a little quiet by his standards, who was someone who was very, very important in that map one, but he might be tested here. What have you got for us? A double stack as well. Togs, he doesn't really realize he's walking into a trap. Oh my god, ZDR's making a move away. He could get caught in transition if Togs was to swing now. The timing is insane. Just as Togs makes a cross as well and starts to make a little move. And now look at the space he's got.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Smoke does go down, though. A good idea from ZDR that there is a man at the tail end. Quiet for a second. Nade onto the smoke. Nothing spotted behind it. Kaze will kind of call that. The timing gets away from him. Meanwhile, Doc with a walkthrough here on B. You've got to be joking. That's ridiculous. Surely gets traded. He does indeed. They're not quite going to rotate away. Big kill there from Mercury. Massive find. It'll actually be the bomb. It'll actually be the T side with 10 seconds left. Oh, fellas, I don't know about this one. Jam Young hidden away, just trying to buy time. They've got to take him down here. He's playing patiently. Flash comes over. DRG finds the kill to save the round, to keep it alive. Jam Young and his patient play may well have cost TYLOO, you know. We'll see how it looks now. TYLOO with 5 seconds. May well have let this one slip through their fingers. Togs looking away, turns back at the right time to find the frag. Orp creeping in, spots the leg of one, takes him down, spotted the other behind the pillar, and he will fall too. It's all onto Togs to stop the overtime, to get the victory here and now, and it will not happen. TYLOO with the comeback, the overtime required here on Inferno.
Man, ridiculous. Fair play to Kaze, tail end there as well. So well done by him. So well done. And look where we find ourselves now. A couple of smiles creeping through for TYLOO, but oh, Sharks, that is dire. Really dire. How have you let that one slip? I mean, credit though. Absolute credit. Yeah, like you said, that patient play nearly cost them. And he probably should be getting at least one kill out of it. Alive. I want to say this Kaze clip again, right? This first one gets a pixel to work with, in the second he doesn't even get much more, right?
Oh my god. It's not even like he spots a player, he just sees movement. You know what I mean? Like a
T-Rex
snake or something. Yeah, exactly. Like just a apex predator. He just sees movement and goes for it. Oh my goodness, and the nades to kick things off here.
Oh no.
Oh no, Doc.
Oh, the spam. Bad to worse. rdnzao, he will at least answer back. He's going to continue pushing. It's just Advent around the corner, so he might be feeling a little confident. This is where Advent's been anchoring. Might try and test. Missed shot by Kaze. We were just praising him, and that's a tough one to miss.
Yeah, it resets things here. Sharks are able to bring things back into the balance. TYLOO looking to guess correctly. Oh, they do, but it's supLex on the orb. However, oh my god, ZTR up top goes unchecked. Triple kill for him. Absolutely flattening the A hit.
Man alive, my god. Maybe, just maybe, TYLOO, this resurgence, this second win that's come late, could be the death of Sharks in this tournament. The molly and spam combo, and the 3K as well. Beautifully done. Simple angle. ZDR just goes overlooked, and simple as a transition like that, man. It's really, really nicely done. You got to give him credit. 13 to 12. TYLOO advantage. CT side. Kaze making a move around. A decent amount of U to damage as well done early towards Sharks again.
Oh,
Ooh, unlucky. Oh, there you go. You took damage again. Lovely. Advent gonna find one with a nade.
beautiful find. Togs as well. His position going to be known, so they keep the apartment's pressure up here on the TYLOO side of things. Sharks. Flat. Very, very flat here. Running out of ideas here. rdnzao going to pick up the pace with the Molotov coming in. Oh, and somehow he has split the difference. ZDR, though, takes a little check behind him. It looked like he was pushing down the stairs. I thought he might be able to get in between them, really, and at least find one. Not going to be the case. Nade onto the smoke here and a quick burst through it. Togs. Oh, it's actually DRG, excuse me, to find the double piece. All the same, Sharks have pulled it back and might be able to get a 13th here.
Yeah, I think you're right. 3v3. A lot of damage, though, has been dealt. It's the only issue I have. DRG, Doc, both low. Neither of them exactly sitting here comfortably or healthy. With a Molotov to work with as ZDR, there is a chance. Orb, first shot, a beaut. Doc looks for two as well. Molotov will meet him in towards new box as he moves over towards second orange. That flash will catch him. And it lines up two. ZDR, he's been a bit quiet today, but he's picked up his moment in towards map number 2. Oh, beautiful. Him and Kaze combine, and they've just got enough time to see it off. Like I said, ZDR, he's taken a while to wake up in this map, but my God, did he pick his moment beautifully, and they line up. That flash from Kaze as well is sublime.
Never a dull moment. Bit of a smile on his face. He knows what he's doing. Timeout comes round here from the Sharks. And again, on an emotional level, trying to keep themselves in it. You can see head in hands, man. It is a tough one. It is a tough one. It can be difficult here. Not super vocal. It's coachy kind of talking at them. Not much chatting back. You don't have much time, to be fair. But either way, just trying to keep them together here at the very tail end and indeed squeeze out that third map.
Yeah. It looked really good for Sharks as well, right? I mean, that moment in particular was fantastic. Doc finding a kill here, and this is where it falls apart. That flashbang is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And, well, Kaze will see it off as well. I mean, super simple, super easy. 14 to 12 now. Oh, my God, Mercury. An onslaught was a potential there in towards mid, but he actually walks away with nothing as he falls. But at least Kaze will get a trade.
That first player's got to drop instantly is usually how it goes for those, and it just took a bit too much work. Still, looks pretty good for me with that trade coming in, 4v4, and they put a lot of resources in. Don't really get much pressure elsewhere. So they have to retake Banana. Now, they've gone very cheeky with that, just a walk down. DRG could have found himself easily falling here. But they feel they have the read. So he's just kind of faking things out over here. Making a lot of noise. Maybe even faking the nade drop. I don't know if that was nervousness or just a bit of a trying to sound cue it out. And as he smokes in, they will start their burst. Advent does take him with the nade. Meanwhile, over on A, they are very ready for this. ZDR's got a great spot. Tag only comes in for Kaze. ZDR now spotted out and just going to give them the sight. A quick rotation in. Oh, I would have loved that idea. So aggressive, so confident, but he in fact pulls away from it, just looking to buy a bit of time and keep the small amount of space that they have for these rotations. Through the smoke, they're going to go. Oh, there's actually no motor smoke here. Okay, I just kind of defaulted and thought that there was. Yeah, I think it did go down. It was quite early on into the play, so this looks quite good for TYLOO, actually. Big gaps to work with, all three coming in together. Togs is so crisp. He doesn't get the third, but he sets it up, and Sharks at least get one from their T side.
Sigh of relief? Yes. Good enough? No. Sharks will know that all too well. They have to do better heading in towards this CT, and maybe that's the expectation here, but makes you think, right? If Mercury had found just at least one kill in that situation, gone kind of 2 for 1, him and Kaze in that trade, what could have been that tail end of the round? Maybe a different story. But again, another thing that's very easy for us to say with that overview, with hindsight, which is, 2020, as they like to say. 14 to 13. TYLOO, advantage in their court. 2 more rounds they need for overtime to be theirs. Those of you maybe new to CS2, 16 is the number we're looking for. You can see it top middle right there. DR. Make a move here. Mercury as well. Pop flashed into his boiler. Nobody up close. So bits of information starting to be gained here. In through apartments, they're starting to test the waters a little bit. And up towards B as well. But the bomb not committed on the back of Advent, who's just waiting around.
Or pushed off the angle and actually flattened as well. Togs up top. Are they ready for him? They might have somewhat of an idea. Mercury's trying to take his fight out towards long. Nearly loses it. Meanwhile, Jam Young in prime position to get another. That's going to be the B bomb site open, by the way. They don't follow up on that kill just yet. Drawing rotations back. And TYLOO, bro, have got them in the palm of their hand. Like Play-Doh, as we say over here in the UK. I think, is it? Nah, plasticine's different. Either way, they're molding them, you know what I mean? They're able to work around this setup that they have. Togs does find one. Molotov down as well. Might scare them off, but not so much. Oh, he's going to get traded instantly, man.
What do you do the remaining two? There's no point saving, right? In the OT, 12.5k, they got plenty of money to work with, even for supLex, and go back into the AWP, or potentially could be the final round. But speaking of AWPs, Kaze, lovely shot. rdnzao behind that smoke as he waits his chance in through long. I don't think he'll be given all too much. Jam Young, right idea. And the execution equally so. Beautiful stuff. 15 on the board. Map and series point TYLOO. Elimination point for Sharks. Survival is what they're looking at, but they might be on the chopping block in just a second. This has been, like we said, a bit of a dire display at times from the Shark side. I mean, even this sort of fumble here has been pretty rough to see, and they'll be on the second team to be eliminated, and it'll actually be both the Brazilian teams, because Imperial went out earlier. Be tough. Aaron is out, moving down mid, looking to make a difference. It's Mercury to find the first. The AWP pop shot doesn't connect.
Looking good here for TYLOO. supLex going to go back in. Oh, the fire working with him, but he can't land the shot. Manages to survive it. Meanwhile, Togs. Oh, he's lucky here. Looking for a bit more, actually. Confirming the frag on ZDR. And he takes a little turn. That'll be the death of him. 4 versus 4 now. As Sharks battling for survival.
What do they got for us in this situation as well? The thing that worries me is running a little low on the important util. The ones I'm talking about are those smokes. And now they've used their last molly, so they've basically got a barrage of flashes and a couple of nades. 2 through B, 2 through A, and that's where the bomb seems to be heading. They're going to leave Kaze to have a little look in towards Banana. Nothing spotted, so he's going to group up. It's a pretty simple setup. Togs playing in towards Mini. supLex playing out through long, but he's holding long via mid. So if they pop out a balcony, he's not going to be able to stop them before at least one of them gets out. All the onus is on Togs here to make a difference.
Yeah, the smokes come down quite nicely, but they do go maybe a bit early. Togs, meanwhile, the molly was there, but that doesn't secure it. Big kill here from Jam Young to take down the AWP, though. supLex opting to get aggressive rather than waiting for the rotations, keeping that man advantage. Thought he could do something. It may well cost them 2v2, but they are split. They are miles away. Time going to be of the essence to stay alive here in the entire tournament, guys. This is no longer mid-group. This is no longer dropping down. Oh, Jam Young, how does he not get that? Kaze going to be known. The nade surely takes him out. And Sharks, skin of their teeth, but they're still in it.
They are so lucky that Jam Young whiffs. And it's rare that you get to say that. A guy who is normally so talented, so crisp. Maybe the pressure of the situation getting to him or something, but a very, very rare mistake coming through from Jam Young. And a real costly one. That would have been the round. That, you know, itself done. Dead in the water. Oh, man. That is tough. That is really tough. Uncharacteristic from Jam Young to maybe feel the pressure in those sort of situations. And he started the round so well, right? That double entry is a beaut. Creep in the smoke. Doc gets a kill. And yeah, Kaze just this low HP and an aid. It's a simple one. 15 to 14. TYLOO close it here and now, or the Sharks take us to overtime number 2. That's the question we ask ourselves. TYLOO had plenty of chances. Can they do it?
Basic utility raining in. TYLOO maybe moving a bit faster bodies-wise down banana. Flash on flash. Oh, the fire nearly takes out Jamyoung. Not the best start. Certainly not the start they were looking for. And the nade nearly takes him out as well. Goodness gracious. So practically a kill round for Sharks. But they have to capitalize on that damage.
It's true. It's very true. They've got to try and do something to make it work. Already, though, 45 seconds, and TYLOO feel a little indecisive. Motor smoke to come through from Kaze. So we give them some room to work with, the very least, and a flash to come around that corner as well. So now they pop in towards A. Boys, you've got to make a decision. 30 seconds. Haven't got a hell of a lot of time to work with. They're still leaving one over towards B, and supLex is awful step up.
supLex. Oh, he's missed Advent here. Can you spot the back end of him? He's weary. Yeah, looks like he did have that read there. DRG, meanwhile, standing strong, and it's another overtime that we go towards. 3K in from the in-game leader, getting vocal, getting active, topping the scoreboard for his squad as well now. But the Counter-Strike ain't over yet. We've got more to come.
This is a guy who just continues to step up. DRG this tournament actually has been really good. You know, sometimes we've had there's been question marks around IGLs in Brazil, right? And the RG actually looks really talented. His calls have seemed, for the most part, pretty sound. Maybe with a bit of a better system around him, maybe something could work forward to kind of improve in some of these situations. And I mean, fragging-wise, he doesn't let this side down. He's really good step up against Vitality. He was a real shining light. And like you said here, right, topping the scoreboard. Just rare, considering how good Doc has been himself. DR. Gonna look in now. I'll flash over. Jamyoung gonna try and use the space he's given around these smokes. On up close. The AWP of supLex been a little quiet. Sticks around, and then A's not really doing anything.
Can be a little scary, you know, when you see that smoke go down. If it's slightly off, it's not going to douse the entire thing, but all good there for Jamyoung. Setting up for an A hit. Advent moving back into T-spawn to retrieve even more flashbangs. Ollie goes in. The only thing to break the silence here, it's actually going to draw more attention to A4 for Sharks ready to go. Can TYLOO beat this setup? They've got brackets, playing slowly. Not a lot of time. The bomb's still not dedicated in just yet. They're sniffing it out. They're going to see what Jamyoung can find. And if he drops supLex, maybe we're on for a B hit. However, he calls it off and it looks to be A.
Doc. What have you got? The timing could not have been better. One and not a second. I should have got it. He really should have. Thankfully, there's so much support on this side. The flashes are great, but the numbers are just better. That's all that matters. Bomb down, round done. ZDR. No chances. DRG parked up. That's a pretty ballsy call. It has to be said by Sharks. Quad stacking late in the round like that, but man, it works brilliantly. Just too much firepower in that scenario. TYLOO couldn't deliver, even though there should have been a second kill here potentially. Doesn't matter. 3 more bodies to find. TYLOO a little bit shell-shocked by the presence towards the A site.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I think TYLOO, though, really giving themselves away quite early. It was pretty telegraphed. Timeout coming in very early into the overtime. I don't think it resets, does it, across overtimes?
No, it does. It does. You get one more.
Oh, okay.
So you get one per set of overtime.
Per overtime?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Again, this is what my instincts told me, but maybe I'm feeling a bit insecure today and just not trusting them. Going with the opposite.
Doing great, Pookie.
That's all I needed, man. That's all I needed. All right. Now I'm going to full send it.
Yeah.
Making hot takes.
They held the homies out sometimes. Sharks. 3 heading through B early. And one of them might be a bit of a nade in a second. Oh, Jam Young, this is aggro. I like this. The flash is well going to give him a lot of space to work with. There's actually no one around, but he doesn't back himself, so he doubles away. Little does he know, he would have actually had a lot of room to work with there, but he opts against it. Doesn't trust himself alone. So we'll just dip away.
It would be cool to see some wild aggression out of TYLOO, I think. That would be a great mix-up into, you know, your second bout of overtime. I think it would be something that Sharks struggle to deal with. Trying to make a read here. Timeouts come in. Will it be a B hit? Looks likely. So Sharks are very, very ready for this one. But set up in a similar way. supLex on the corner. Firing off a shot. This is something that they've gone for quite a bit on their CT side of overtime. However, he will start to pull away. So if TYLOO play this correctly, they'll find a window where B is not necessarily weaker, but also not necessarily stronger than usual.
So, Doc, behind the smoke, 35 seconds. He's going to be the first point of defense here. How does he want to play? He's going to drop a smoke of zone and actually stick around for the fights, playing anti. DRG also playing anti as well. So if any of them just walk the smoke here, they get a chance. But again, they're so slow here on the push. Molotov's perfect. DRG forced off his angle. The spam is good as well. And that'll get the kills. FDR going to open things up. DRG, last line of the fence. What have you got? Only one. Arguably not good enough. Only 10 seconds. A bomb will go down.
But they were so slow, the smoke dissipated, and supLex is able to find the opener, looking for a bit more. Great hearing here, maybe. Not entirely sure. Flash comes in. Kaze back on the angle, however. Gets the trade. One towards CT. Where's this last man? Maybe it doesn't matter so much. Togs taking his time, moving round. I think they will be prepared for a banana move. A step potentially there. Orp takes him out. And TYLOO right back on the board, evening things up.
Well, 16 apiece. This game still feels like it has a little bit of legs behind it. Just when it maybe felt like it was going to finish, and we're maybe going to see, you know, celebrations against TYLOO even staying alive, we are kind of seeing this back and forth come back into play, and that's how this map started. It was, you know, a very kind of back and forth affair. Neither side really looking good, but now with this sort of lacking consistency again, it does open up once further. ZDR. They can move in second mid here, and he's going to be given a lot of room towards apartments if he wants to take it. Decides to go for a lurk. He's actually got a pretty decent amount of space. He can go all the way towards Boiler. No all presence in through short or mid, and a bulk player is playing deep, so that could give him room if they want to test A. But so far, all focus turned towards Banana.
Quiet round here. TYLOO want to nab this. Close the series out here and now. You can't allow it to reset. Sharks, the boost that they will get if they win this map. And who coming up next? Maybe not the cleanest, but I think they'll really believe in themselves. And you just don't want to allow it to go back to the unknown. supLex smokes over the top, enough to scare him away. He moves on to the back corner, calling for a flash here, but he's just going to go in completely dry. Now push towards the site itself. Flashes all over the place. Molly to scare his teammate off. He goes down. supLex does land one. Is it going to be enough? No moto smoke, but Doc can't capitalize. A long spray down before Mercury was able to spin and find him. Kaze seals the deal. And rdnzao, what can you get done, my friend? It's not going to be an awful lot here. End of the first half of the second bout of overtime, of course, so he will send it in. Ooh, okay, quick double. Hold the phone, because he's got a bit of time, you know. Maybe, just maybe, if he gets this one quickly, but Jam Young outplays him, outmaneuvers him, and they'll take the lead moving into the second half.
Yeah, advantage TYLOO is good now as well. A bit to work with, right? I think at the very least, this is one of those things now where we can start to talk about what they can bring to the second half in terms of the individuals. TYLOO back on the CT side. We saw a couple of moments where ZDR individually was able to step up. Some of that banana aggression was pretty good. The only weakness that Sharks really continued to push was over towards B. They knew that they could kind of utilize that in their favor. Tac pause called. Coachy, the coach, great name, again, has to be said every time, getting on the mic here to speak to Sharks. They're trying to see what they can do coming forward in towards what is again, another do or die situation with the side. They are desperately trying to stay alive in Pro League, trying not to join their countrymen of Imperial in elimination of the first side, of course, earlier today. So far, not so good for Sharks. He found themselves a round down, and TYLOO 2 rounds away from taking their map pick.
Doc looking for an entry here. Much more aggressive stance from TYLOO immediately. Lovely little nade goes in onto Kaze. They're going to boost him up though here. Or watching for the boost. I think just watching for it really. Orp not going to join. But yeah, 3 on B. And as I say, an aggressive stance. Ollie misplaced. Flash goes in. Jamyoung spots nothing.
Long offer. A little bit of util coming through. Again, not a huge amount to work with. Under a minute now. They're once again going to make a little move. Try to test the waters of B, but the bomb is going to head back towards A. 3 players to meet them here as well. 4 Sharks. Need to be careful. They're still actually going to try and sell a fake in. It's Doc who's going to be the one leading it. CT smoke to come through in a second. And a boost on towards second. Orange is Advent going to play anti. Util comes through. 1 rotating away. So yeah, Doc going to continue selling this fake. What can he do? The rotations haven't been dragged over either. Jamyoung spotted him. Double flash going to come around this corner. Is still sticking towards A though. They're not falling for the ruse. Even though Jamyoung finds a kill. But supLex and R2 on his own.
Yeah, a bit unsure of the timing really is the big thing. It's just going to be down to ZTR in towards the pit. Had an impeccable overtime thus far. Not going to happen for him. Down he goes. Just 2 remaining here, and it is unfortunate. Mercury thought he had the timing, thought he had the creep. But just completely misreading the situation. Costs him his life, and it spirals from there, really. Oh, and a save in overtime. Never nice, but there's not much that you can do, and you've got Jamyoung on that AK, right? Top fragger here. Actually on the entire server, so he wants that potential moving forwards.
Wow. All tied square once again. Both sides now looking for 2 rounds consecutively to see off this overtime in their favor. It's TYLOO. Series is theirs. Stay alive in Pro League. If it's Sharks, and a 3rd map opens up and nuke might be needed. I'll have to see. Yeah, so far, not dead just yet. Unfortunately as well, they have a level of a play over towards the A side in terms of locking it down. It just doesn't come to fruition. They can't make that one stick for them. All in all, not bad. Still a little more needed though before we get comfortable about what we've seen thus far. Sharks have been inconsistent. Every time they find a bit of success, it does come back to bite them just after. It's kind of what we've been dealing with thus far. Bit of util top mid. The nade is good as Advent will find DRG. It's an important kill as he has really lit up the last 10 to 15 rounds. Dark needs this kill and he can't hit it. Jamyoung deletes him. Smoke comes down. Maybe a little late on the swing. It's good. Jamyoung even more kills to his name. And in a matter of moments, Sharks left with 2.
Yeah, the return from TYLOO pretty effective here, and you can see that 17th makes all the difference. Back and forth here, but TYLOO with just a small edge in both overtimes. Couldn't close it in the first. And I mean, this 18th is not necessarily secure yet. supLex on the contact, plenty of time to do it. Kaze, human error, could get in the way here. That will open the round back up. Togs, meanwhile, in the apartments. What is the timing going to be? Barrel spotted. Guesses the wrong side. It's unfortunate for supLex, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. Mr. Togs, then, what is he going to do for us?
Well, 1. It's not bad. We'll give him that. Decent start at the very least. Again, though, do need just a little more for the time being before we get back in a comfortability. Togs are going to find one more. He's not going to get the corner. Not a bad effort. Not a terrible effort, I think it has to be said. But all in all, map series point TYLOO again. So what have they got, if anything, to keep them alive in the map in the series? TYLOO just need one more.
Yeah, clean finds in the end from Togs, but unfortunately just not enough. TYLOO, like I mentioned, couldn't do it the last time of asking. And they had a bit more room. So we'll see what Sharks have got in store for us here, what kind of mix-up they have. It looks to be a mid-rush, a do-or-die send. Oh, they go straight into the molly, straight into the nade. Mercury can't find the kills, but he's done some decent damage. ZDR cuts out an avenue of attack. Kaze going to miss a shot, though. Surely not long for this world. Takes the crack. He ain't fast enough. And ZDR, he's known about. Molotov comes in. It's Advent trying to secure the round. He runs out of ammo. 2 versus 1, though. ZDR does not fall. And rdnzao to save the game. Jamyoung playing it patiently, waiting for his teammate, looking for a trade. Little does he know, he could have taken it around the corner there. All the same, rdnzao knows that he's got to do something. Has he accounted for these players? No, he has not. Jamyoung's patience pays off, and TYLOO will knock out the Sharks. 2-0, 1917 on the final map. It is hard fought. It is very hard fought, but a clean series in the end.
It is. It is. You know, we have to sit here and say commiserations to Sharks, because they had a couple of moments in this tournament where we do like what we saw. A couple of moments where we're a side who were maybe a bit of a surprise to us to be in this tournament, really showed what they're all about. However...